Hello everyone. It's been a while since I did a video, honestly. I've been very busy doing a lot of, odd jobs lately and all that. So I finally have time to do a video for the WrestleMania 31 pay-per-view. I would do the Brock Lesnar review that he re-signed with WWE later and do this first so I could talk about more about it since it's after WrestleMania. So let's go ahead and get started with the WrestleMania 31. Now, it's the one of the biggest pay-per-views every year on WWE. It's like the Super Bowl or the Daytona 500. So, funny, it's around those times. Now, was the pay-per-view awesome? People call this actually the best Mania ever. I just felt, for one of the reasons, that this pay-per-view kind of felt a little shorter than what people thought. But as I'm seeing right now, it received acclaim from fans and critics. Not bad. That is great. It feels like, okay, I'll say it like this. This kind of feels like WrestleMania from 2001. Yes, WrestleMania 17. One of the best pay-per-views of all time. I feel like that's what this is. And let's get started with this. So we're on to the pre-matches as well and give you my grades like I did before. So let's get started. So the first match we had was the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the Tag Team Championships. We had Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, champions, versus The New Day, versus Las Matores, and versus the Usos. I actually saw the match on YouTube, of course, or whatever. And I actually thought it was pretty good. It should have been on the pre-show. I just feel that was dumb for them to do that. Just don't put everything on pre-show. Just put it on there. It's fine. But no, they don't. It's like, okay, that's totally fine. But honestly, it's just, I don't know. I'm just thinking. But I thought it was pretty good. It's not perfect, but I'm going to give it a B, which is good. Now, a one that should have been on the pre-show at all, and that was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal Dos, which is 2, basically. And it was a good pay-per-view. That was a good match, actually. I enjoyed it a lot. It was really awesome. When you see Damien Mizdow eliminate The Miz saying, "Oh, I quit. I'm done with you." That was awesome. Actually, one of the best moments, one of them, of WrestleMania 31. And then the Big Show won and eliminated Damien Mizdow. Pretty good, though. And now we're going to get down with the actual matches itself. So, let's get started. You get the ladder match. The 7-man ladder match. Which, I don't know why it started it, but it did. Should have been the main event, though. We had Bad News Barrett versus R-Truth versus Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper versus Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler and versus Stardust. This match was just outstanding. You see why the ladder matches do not die. They are still there. They're so much fun to see. And it's always with the Intercontinental Championship. And that's really a trend. And that's a good trend, actually. It's good to see that. And this match was outstanding. I loved it so much. And Daniel Bryan won it from a headbutt battle from Dolph Ziggler. And he got it. That was really awesome. Even though it was like almost 14 minutes, that kind of sucked. But I enjoyed the match a lot. After seeing it for a while, like a couple more times, I give this match an A+. It was really awesome to see it. I enjoyed it so much. Next, you get Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. You knew this was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. It happened way back around the time of Survivor Series happening. And this match was awesome. It's not perfect, but it's awesome to watch it. And when you see Randy Orton do the best RKO ever, doing a curb stomp air, and then getting him from midair. That was awesome. I enjoyed that. It was really good to see that moment, and you see Randy Orton go like, okay, it's time to do it. Let's do this. And he won the match, which was awesome to see that. I really enjoyed it. It was like 13 minutes and 15 seconds, but after seeing this more like the other one, I get this match an A-. Kind of like one flaw, but it's okay. And then the match people were actually excited for, it actually didn't fail in ways. You get Sting versus Triple H in a no disqualification match. Now, many people didn't expect this to happen. When last year's WrestleMania was hitting, you're like, okay, Triple H is going to fight another wrestler, and it's fine. But in mid-Survivor Series, when Survivor Series happened, Sting showed up in a WWE ring. And it was awesome. And they did a couple more times before Fastlane. I was like, oh, hey, that's cool. And then the conversation between those two that I mentioned in Fastlane happened. And then they made the match at WrestleMania 31. To be honest with you, this match did not fail. It was amazing. You see, this like happened. It could have happened in 2001. It feels like 2001 all over again around that time. You got Sting, you got Triple H, you get DX, you get NWO, you get Shawn Michaels and all that stuff, and that was awesome to see it. The only problem during that was Triple H's Terminator entrance. That was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad entrance. That's probably one of the worst entrances I've probably seen. Probably one that's kind of bad later, but I could mention that later. So the match was awesome. It didn't fail in many ways possible. It was awesome to see it. Probably one of the best matches. Could be at WrestleMania, but actually one of the best of the show. It was really awesome to see it. I enjoyed it. Even though Triple H won, they actually shook hands with respect. Like, oh, okay, that was cool. They didn't fight at the end. If this could have been his last time, at least they didn't knock his ass down. So that was awesome to see it. After seeing this a lot more than I thought it would be, I'd give this match an A+. This match was really awesome. I enjoyed it. Some I didn't. It's understandable. I would know why, but it's fine. Next, you get a Divas Tag Team match, which actually was pretty good. You get AJ, Lee, and Paige versus the Bella Twins. This match didn't actually fail. This match was pretty enjoyable. There was a couple moments I was like, oh, they're actually doing that. That's not what they should do. But they didn't fail. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. A couple times I was like, okay, I know where this is going. And I knew where it was going to go before it. But AJ, Lee, and Paige won with AJ putting the Black Widow on Nikki Bella. It's like, oh, that's pretty good. Okay. After sitting there, I'd give this match a B-. So, yeah. Next match, you get John Cena versus Rusev with this undefeated streak of all time. And for the U.S. Championship. This match was awesome. I didn't see a match more difficult and, intense in my life. It was amazing to see that. It was great. I loved it. A couple times I was like, okay, Rusev's not, like, okay, that's easy. And with all that happening, John Cena won. That was amazing. He beat the streak. He's got the championship. At the end, what did Rusev get? Nothing. Nothing at all. After sitting there for a while, see, now I give this an A+. Now I'm going to mention this now before the other two matches that happened. I forgot where it was in there, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about it then. And that was The Rock, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Ronda Rousey. You don't know Ronda Rousey? You're probably about to in a couple minutes if you don't know. She's currently from UFC. And currently a UFC Women's Champion. Not bad. This, amazing. They praised the involvement of Ronda Rousey. It was amazing. It was humorous too, which is really awesome, The Rock. You're like, oh, you can't, can't be WrestleMania without The Rock now. So that was really cool. I loved it, the way that she took down Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. It was awesome to see that. That was great to see it. I enjoyed it. And a couple times I was like, okay, one-liners, it's fine, but please keep going. But I loved it. I give that moment a B+, actually. It was really awesome. Now, the next match, you knew it was going to go down this way. Well, not the opponent, but you knew he was probably going to come back. Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. Another awesome match. The Undertaker came back, and he looked amazing. It was like, oh, he didn't even leave or anything. It's like, he never lost, but he did. So, kind of sucks. But he won the match. It was a good match. It's enjoyable to see Undertaker come back once again. It was amazing. After seeing it for a couple more times, I give it a B+. Not the perfect match, but it's an awesome match. Now, here we go. The main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Now, remember, I was going to do my next video that I'm going to say it now. Lesnar re-signed with WWE for another 3 years. So this is not his last match. Don't freak out. But, I expect him, now since it's happened, it could change. He could win, or he could lose. We don't know, but you just don't know it yet. After seeing the match, okay, alright, let's talk about the match first, though, before I get into it. The match was pretty good. Lesnar dominated him. Until the final 2 minutes before something happened, he hit him with the turnbuckle, bleeded, and then he was swerving around. And then he put a third F5. And then out of nowhere, I knew it was actually going to happen probably, but I just felt okay, maybe it won't, maybe something else will happen. But no, it happened. Seth Rollins ran into the ring, cashed in his Money in the Bank, and made it to a triple threat that moment. Now you think he's going to mess up. No, he don't. He actually won the championship. Now, as anybody haven't noticed, this is the first Money in the Bank cashed in at WrestleMania main events. Or any WrestleMania. This is the first time. First time. As a critic wrestler, I can say it. Seth Rollins is a pretty good heel. That's the heist of the century right there, like someone said. That was awesome. I just okay, people will get pissed about it, but it's something, because, it's going to build up to something, so I think that was great to see it. It's about time that happened, though. It was really weird. I was cheering for that to happen a little bit, but I was the fans are going to get pissed, so, oh well. But it happened. I thought it was really cool to see it. It was pretty damn awesome. Is Seth Rollins going to get a lot from here? Maybe. We don't know yet, but he got it, so that's something. After seeing this match, I would give it an A+ because of the Money to Make cash in, which was awesome. But overall, I actually could think this could be up there with WrestleMania 17. I really think it would be. It was awesome. Someone gave it a perfect 10 out of 10. So, despite I'm a wrestling critic, grading pay-per-views now and everything, I would give WrestleMania 31 an A+. That doesn't happen very often, but it just did. Just the way the show was, and seeing that, no one, and I mean no one, was probably disappointed. All awesome. So good job, WrestleMania 31. Wow, wrestling, you actually did pretty good, actually, that time. At least for once. Good job, guys. That was awesome. So A+. I'll probably regret it from other people, but it's fine. So, if you like what I said, then that's good. But then that's fine. If you hated this pay-per-view because the way it went like that, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, I'm critic with it, so it's fine. But it was awesome to see it. I enjoyed it. Did you love everything else? What was your favorite moment of WrestleMania 31? What's your favorite moment of any WrestleMania at all? And what's your worst pay-per-view of WrestleMania? Yeah, I don't want to get started into that. I'll probably do that later. So, but everyone's opinions about wrestling, NASCAR, movies, movie news, general songs, everything else that I do in this channel. And that's really it. Thank you for listening, everybody. And goodbye.